Hello and welcome to another Scardcast Battle Report. This is a tournament practice game where I'm playing Mike and his Wave Serpent Eldar army versus Vect and his Dark Eldar Cabal. So you've seen Mike before at different tournaments. This is the army. So we have a Wraith Knight, a bunch of Fire Dragons, a Farseer, 5 Wave Serpents with Dire Avengers, and of course my Vect army right over here. Lots and lots of readers. We're going to get started. Stay tuned for an action pack. Okay, so deployment. We have primary mission is the Relic in the center, and we have Crusade, which are 4 objectives. 1, 2. In the back here, we have 3 and 4. And of course, Eldar first, deployed first. We have Wraith Knight, Farseer with Dire Avengers. He got Fortune, Guide, and Presence. Then we have 2 units of Dire Avengers, 5 men each. Big unit of Fire Dragons, and then 2 units of Dire Avengers. I have deployed second. It is Night Fight with Kotias, who got Crush and Assail, Telekinesis. I have a Ravager over here, and then 4 Venoms. 2 of them are Trueborn, 2 of them are Troops. And Vect is in this one right here. It is Night Fight turn 1, but and we're just commenting on how redundant it is, because it's not really a lot of flavor to our armies. That's exactly what it is. So Vect will attempt to seize the initiative. Something I could have done tactically is I could have actually just deployed way far back for the object of just testing this Vect list. This would be game 6. I am of course going to attempt to seize to see if it works, and I do. So, Dark Eldar, I go in first. Moved up and shot, was able to kill 1 Wave Serpent and put a hull point on a second one and drop 5 wounds off the Wraith Knight with 2 Venoms and Trueborn. 2 Venoms boosted up the flank. Everything's kind of moved up. This objective is an exploding objective, and Kotias is moving round the side to stay away from my main force. So now moving on to Eldar. Turn 1. Stay tuned, as the first volley will probably blow up about 4 times. The Eldar moved around, and through night fighting and shooting all the shields off the Wave Serpents, was able to knock out 1 Venom, not wreck it, put 1 hull point on 1 Venom and stop it from shooting next turn, put 1 hull point on a Ravager and blow up another Ravager, while the Wraith Knight moved up, tried to charge into those 5 guys once it wrecked the Venom and failed. So now moving on to Dark Eldar, turn 2. What will Vect's reaction be? Dark Eldar moved up and fired. I soaked a lot of poison into the Fortune Wraith Knight, and he survived with 1 wound left. So he's I put 2 hull points on that Wave Serpent and knocked the Scatter Laser off. And other than that, that was all I was able to do. We had the Dire Avengers disembark and try Bladestorm Kotias, but they weren't able to, while the Wave Serpent blew up this Raider and killed 3 in the explosion. That Wave Serpent blew up, or wrecked this Ravager. The Wraith Knight blew up that Ravager. That Wave Serpent knocked out Vex Raider, and that Wave Serpent wrecked a Venom. So good turn of shooting for... Oh, and then the 5 Dire Avengers guided, destroyed the 5 Little Man unit of Warriors that was up there. Destroyed the unit. So we're moving on to Dark Eldar turn 3. What will the Dark Eldar be able to do? We shall... I blew up the... Vect charged in, blew up the Fire Dragon transport, killed 3. The 5-man warrior unit, after almost my entire army shot at the Fortune Wraith Knight again, finally killed it. Kotias charged in and failed to do anything after shooting Crush and Assail under that Wave Serpent. I didn't do anything to that one, and I put 1 more hull point, blew the Scatter Laser off that one. So now we're moving on to Eldar turn 3. Wave Serpent shuffled around, didn't kill anybody there, wiped out the 3-man warrior unit that was there with the yellow Wave Serpent, and failed to kill Kotias with the Blade Storming guys again. He's 1 wound left. The Fire Dragons failed to kill Vect with their Melter Guns, charged in, Vect killed 5, but they tied him up. Very importantly, they tied him up. Last but not least, guided Dire Avengers killed 2 from that unit there. And now we're going to be moving on to Dark Eldar turn 4. There's not much left, but the Eldar have the upper hand because of the mobility of their tanks. We'll be back right after this. I was the Soothsayer! Kotias ran up and blew up the Wave Serpent finally, so he's good. Vect killed the last of the last of the Fire Dragons. These guys move back. These guys move into the crater. They failed to take the last hull point off that wave serpent that's full of guys. So right now we're moving on to Eldar turn 4, which is bottom of 4. I also was able to kill one Dire Avenger in that far objective over there to try and make them fall back, but he passed his saves. And that's full of guys, that's full of guys, and there's 2 guys here with a Farseer by an objective. So we're looking at a Dark Eldar win at the moment, but nobody holds the primary, which is the relic. So we'll see what happens right after this. These guys got out, blasted the Soothsayer, did 1 failed save, so no Blet Rens, but he got them. Woot woot! These guys ran away after the venom blew up and killed one of them. These guys are okay, they are okay, and then they're okay. So right now there's like not much left. It's just been an absolute bloodbath. So we'll see what happens at the end of turn 5 Dark Eldar. I moved up, tried to force a morale check over there and failed with the Trueborn. Forced a morale check here with these Trueborn over here and failed. They didn't run away. They rallied and moved close to the relic to force him to deal with them. And Vect threw a Haywire Grenade, putting a hull point on, and then ran in and put another Haywire Grenade on, putting another hull point on. So that guy's almost dead. And moving on to Eldar turn 5. Let's see what happens. We had these Dire Avengers get out, shoot the 2 Trueborn off, while the Wave Serpent blew its shield into these 2 Trueborn and killed them. The 2 Dire Avengers behind the wall with the Farseer tried to take out that little guy to deny Linebreaker, but failed to kill him. Both that Wave Serpent and the Dire Avengers had to fire into the 3 guys that are left right by the relic in order to knock out that troop choice. And now Mike is going to be rolling to see if the game continues on a 3+. And it goes on. We'll see how this happens after turn 6. Throws a Haywire Grenade into that Wave Serpent and kills it. That guy still to ground. And the objective exploded, killing 2 Dire Avengers in the explosion. Eldar turn 6. Killed that last guy over there. Vector's the only model left alive. Everything shot at him, and they shot it out of Shadowfield, but he's got 2 wounds left.
Half dead.
Half alive. Mike is going to roll to see if the game continues. It does. Will Vect survive? We shall see after this. Vect moved up and failed to kill the Wave Serpent with 2 Haywire Grenades. 1 thrown, 1 assaulting to try and take out the shield, because it's only got 1 hull point left. That could instant kill him. Right now, Eldar have secondary. Nobody has primary. Dark Eldar have first blood, and if Vect dies, he also gets Warlord. So we'll see. Will Vect survive after this? Okay, so Wave Serpent moved back, blasted Vect, and killed him with 2 shots and 2 wounds. I failed 2 saves, and then they got Linebreaker. So in total, we have 4 points for primary. Sorry, 4 points for.
Nobody's got primary.
Nobody's got primary, because nobody has that. Secondary, Eldar gets, and tertiary, I have First Blood, and he has Warlord and Linebreaker. So, it is a victory for the Eldar, but what a bloodbath!
There's not a lot left.
One Wave Serpent with 1 hull point left, 3 Dire Avengers there, 2 Dire Avengers back there, 5 here, and 2 back here to all the Dark Eldar army. And a couple of key rolls could have gone either way. It was a lot of fun. Mike, do you have any last minute?
Wave Serpents are broken?
No, not broken. No. They're just amazing.
They're tough. They're really, really tough, yeah. Yeah, you really need a good Alpha Strike on them.
Which is why I took first turn, if anybody's wondering why. Because I needed to try and kill at least 1 Wave Serpent, which I did. If not, I didn't even have a fighting chance. I almost took out the Wraith Knight, which if it would have gone down turn 1, would have been even better.
Yeah.
Then moving up, we had all these guys move up. Of course, in the tactical corner, I'm probably going to be talking more about it. But what it's been making me think. 1,500 points is very interesting point value. I might actually drop Kotez. I love the gimmick of the reroll Seize the Initiative, which has been great. But I think I'm just going to save those 100 points and put in either more troops or some allied Eldar in order to get some. That was my son in the top of the screen there. To get more. Some more lances in there, or just an extra troop that can kind of sit back and wait with a Farseer to guide my Venoms or my Ravagers. Okay, well, thanks a lot for listening and watching. Make sure you check out the Facebook page and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Comment if you really like it, etc., etc. Thanks a lot. This is Skari out. Stay tuned for the Tactical Corner. Hello and welcome to another Tactical Corner. So,
I decided to deploy aggressively and bank on Steal the Initiative, which I did. As a fledgling Archon against Wave Serpent spam, you really need to try and get the head start on damaging the enemy. I did take out one whole Wave Serpent and almost took out the Wraith Knight, which was fantastic turn 1. Now, the Eldar turn 1 was ineffective, and I had a great chance turn 2 of solidifying my lead, but I was unable to do so. And in his turn 3, he just blasted the crap out of my tanks. This really put me on the back foot. I just had a lot of small units. They were not exactly in the best of positions. The Eldar target priority was fantastic, just taking out key elements, and I tried to come back from it. I knew I had to take out the Wave Serpents. I knew I had to go for the objectives. Had the game not gone for 7 turns, the would have been in a better position to take at least some points out of this game if it would have been a tournament. Other than that, a couple of things that really realized is the fact that I think I'm wasting points on the Kotias model, which over the last couple of battle reports on the channel you've seen me take out in favor of a Farseer and some jet bikes and some Warwalkers, which has actually been working better for the list. Now, going for different points like Line Breaker, going for different points like the objectives and the mission are very important, and it's always good to stick to your guns. After that second turn, when I lost almost all my tanks, I could have easily just called it quits. But being able to know the capabilities of your army, even though at the end all you have is one Vect running around and killing stuff that then gets killed, you know that you always have a chance no matter what. Thanks for watching.